Go? All right. Good evening. Sorry for the lateness, but we've got a quorum. Welcome to the Board of Adjustment meeting of Wednesday, January 17th. And I'd like to call the meeting to order. It's 6:41. And if everyone will please stand and we'll go on with the Pledge of Allegiance. Flag is right here. Mr. Shields, do the honor, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May we have a roll call?
Chairwoman Rosalind Phillip,
Here.
Vice Chair Michael McDermott. Here. Board Member Jeff Mondesir.
Here.
Board Member Black Pierre Lewis. Board Member Evan Shields.
Here.
And Board Member Marlene Monestim.
Here. Wonderful. And Mr. Hell?
Yes,
You'll
ma'am.
do the honor of doing the announcement? Thank you.
Yes, this is a summary of the quasi-judicial procedures that apply to the hearing today. These rules apply to applications on specific parcels of land like zoning map amendments, special exceptions, variances, and conditional use requests. The board will sit like a court, hence the term quasi-judicial, reviewing the facts presented at the hearing, applying the adopted rules as explained by staff in the staff report and verbally. Board members can make site visits but must disclose the evidence upon which they intend to rely from that visit. Board members will disclose at the beginning of the hearing whether they have had communications with individuals on behalf of the applicant or otherwise, including who the communication was with and what the topic of the discussion was. All persons intending to speak to the board will be sworn by the clerk. Staff will make a presentation and the board may ask questions. The applicant will make a presentation, including expert witnesses, if any, and the board may ask questions. When the public hearing is open, the public can make comments on the application limited to 2 minutes each. Citizen testimony must be fact-based, not opinion. The board may ask questions, and the applicant's attorney, if any, may ask questions, called cross-examination. Members of the public can decline to be cross-examined. The board then deliberates based on the evidence presented. The board's decision must be based on what is called competent substantial evidence, meaning based on the record, staff presentations, expert presentations, and fact-based comments by citizens according to the standards for approval set forth in the city code. The board may then approve, deny, or continue the item.
Thank you. And because it's quasi-judicial, we need anyone who's going to speak on the item tonight to be given the oath.
Yeah.
So if you're going to speak on the item,
Please stand, raise your right hand.
All right. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
and may we have approval of the minutes from October 18th?
So move.
Second.
Then move and second and all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Communications, and if it's related to the items, we'll disclose it at the time. But any communications from staff? No? Okay. All right, we've got one continued item, which is V-08-23, variance to allow a dock to extend an additional 5 feet, 8 inches from a maximum 6 feet to 11 feet of inches, and from a maximum of 6 feet to 10 feet. Okay, so I will ask. Hi. Before we move on, let the record show that Miss Blythe is here. Okay. So now we have 6.
Good evening. We're going to have a presentation. Good evening. My name is Mawuzi Watson. I'm the zoning manager here at the City of North Miami. It's a pleasure to be before you, Honorable Board, Madam Chair, as well as board members. This evening, you will be considering item V-823, which is a variance to allow for a dock extension. They are requesting an extension of 5 feet 8 inches. By right, they are allowed, oh, my bad. By right, they are allowed to extend the dock 6 feet. However, due to the fact that this, Mr. Wegman received a request from Ms. Tammy Burton, a biologist from the Coastal Resource Section from the Miami-Dade County. They requested that he extend the dock beyond the 6 feet as we require in our code. Therefore, he is requesting a variance of 5 feet 8 inches, which would bring the total extension of the dock to 11 feet 8 inches. This is where the property is located. As you can see, it's along a waterway. This variance meets 5 out of the 6 variance requirements. They're supposed to meet 4, so they have 1 more than is required. And staff is recommending approval for this variance with 2 conditions. One, that the applicant must comply with all the DERM requirements and that they also obtain a building permit. And that would conclude my presentation unless you have any questions.
And just for the record, so that people who are watching us, this, the variance is for the address at 1900 South Hibiscus Drive.
Yes, thank you.
Which I didn't read into the record. Is the applicant here? Anything you would like to add? Come into the mic,
Okay.
name and address.
Okay, my name is Leon Wegman. I live at 1900 South Hibiscus Drive, North Miami. Basically all we're doing, like when I bought the house, before I bought the house, the original seawall had fallen in. And so they didn't rebuild the seawall, they just put a berm back to hold the yard in place. So what I'm doing is just trying to fill in that place where that part had fallen in. We're not going past the property line or anything like that. It's just to make the dock complete where the piling are on the property line, and then it comes 6 feet. There's a little void to this berm that this retaining wall they built to hold the yard in. So we just wanted to come to that wall. And like she said, Mrs. Burton crew came out and looked at it, and they agreed it was too shallow to do anything there. It's all it's there is little rocks and such. So that's what we're trying to accomplish.
Thank you. All right. I didn't ask at the beginning, any communications on this particular item from anyone?
I haven't had any direct communications, but I did hear mention of this, I think, at a recent homeowner meeting, but it was also just broadly speaking about similar issues in the Keystone Point area, neighborhood, excuse me.
All
No
right.
communication.
Okay. With that, I'll open public hearing. Anyone for or against, you may speak.
Good evening, Karen DeLeon, 1935 South Hibiscus. Nice to see everybody. Yes, it was at the homeowners meeting of which I am president. I am not speaking on behalf of the homeowners association. I am speaking as a neighbor. However, it has been brought to the homeowners association's attention. The way it was originally written, we didn't understand what the heck was going on. We thought they were talking about going into the waterway, which we obviously would have had an issue with. The way this property is, I've visited the property where there should be a seawall. There is not. It has fallen in so that where his seawall is now is towards his property. So there is a gap. So he will be continuing the normal line of what would be a dock. He will not be impeding in any way, shape, or form the navigable waterway. And the man has worked very long, very hard to present this to you. He has our support. The sign has been up for every neighbor to see. Albert has come by and looked at it. Everybody in the area wonders what it is, and they are all fine with it. So I hope you'll pass it. Thank you.
More Birdsong, 1860 South Hibiscus. I live 2 houses down, okay?
But the neighbors on either side don't object, and because of the postponements, et cetera, they weren't able to come tonight. So I've come tonight to express that none of us have any objection to it whatsoever, and they've tried to follow the proper procedures, et cetera. So thank you.
Thank you. Board discussion?
Just
Make
a
a motion.
point of inquiry, did we remove like staff comments and analysis from, and recommendations? Normally, we've had that in years past. Not saying that we have to have it per se to, extend the meeting, but.
No, I think all that would have been sent in
No,
our
of course,
package.
it's sent in the package, but
Yeah.
just for public record,
Okay.
because not everybody watching this actually
I
reads
think
the whole
Ms.
PDF.
Mosey said that they don't have any objection, but
Okay.
they do have some.
Well, I could read
Yes, please.
the five criteria that they meet.
Well, yeah,
Okay, so,
Hold on.
you
Ms.
don't
Mosey.
need to read
Oh, no.
the entire paragraph of the analysis.
okay.
But maybe a brief summary on each criteria, so the public that is not in attendance would understand why you're recommending approval and why the board will be granting.
No problem. All right. So the criteria that were met is that that we agree that there is no unusual circumstances or condition that's necessitating the variance. The request maintains the basic intent and purpose of our regulations, our land use regulations. That the literal interpretation of this provision of the LDRs would not deprive the applicant of rights commonly enjoyed by other properties. It also meets the criteria that the variance requested meets the minimum. That this request will make it possible for him to actually repair the dock as he's looking to do, and the variance is still in harmony with our land use regulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mr. McDiarmid.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the item.
Stole my thunder, second.
Okay, the item's been moved by Mr. McDiarmid, seconded by Mr. Shields. Roll call, please. Hello?
My apologies, this is my first time. But
Don't worry. You can-
Chairwoman Rosalind Phillip,
Yes.
Vice Chair Michael McDermott,
Yes.
Board Member Jeff Montesir,
Yes.
Board Member Blythe Perry Lewis,
Yes.
Board Member Evan Shields,
Yes.
and Board Member Marlene Monesteen.
Yes.
Your items passed. Good luck. Thank you, because you're doing good, something great for our ocean, protecting, okay? Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, thank
Oh,
you for
yeah,
your
I mean,
patience. Sense
Plus, we
forth.
don't want to be in trouble with the county, right?
Yeah, right.
It
All
makes
right.
sense.
New petitions, none. Old business?
Nope.
New business?
Well, quick old business. I just wanted to make a request, if possible, by staff. I know in our last meeting in October, I think on item V-11-23 about the height for that building, if we could make a request that all of the communication that was sent to our chair and vice chair is just circulated to the remainder of the board. So I don't believe we received additional, if possible, by January or by end of month.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
That's it for me.
Move to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. Oh.
Hello, board members. I would like to introduce to you our new senior zoning technician, Safi Biamin. She will be the board secretary for you. Most of the communications will come from her. We are just very elated to have her in this capacity on our team and look forward to working with her and growing with her.
Her name?
her last name is Bien-Aimé,
Right.
and
Safi.
Safi.
Safi, right?
Welcome. Welcome and congratulations.
All right,
Move to adjourn, please.
it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Go to sleep.